संतोषयता संतौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Okay, just Sachidev Prabhu is there or not? Sachidev, yes. Okay, Prabhu, Sachidev Prabhu, you proceed. You proceed to make multiple choice questions. So, if that is up to mark, then we are going to exempt. Then you will be getting the assessment for that. Yes, please move forward.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, and also
Yeah.
I will be sending the personally whoever is selected for PPT.
But
If you are
Prabhuji, can I send a few samples first for you or for perusal? Then you can.
definitely, please send.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So, and also I'll be sending the messages by the tomorrow before starting the class. If you are getting mail means you are selected, otherwise you take it as you are not selected and you should write for exam, sit for exam. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I got the sufficient feedback on the respective candidates. If they want to give, they can submit by today night, so that maybe my idea may change. Okay. Okay, let's start our discussion. We are going a little slow. Anuched number 28. 27. जो हो गया हो गया. So 27 is over. Over means, see what is happening. So 27 sloka is coming. So 27th Anuched in that sloka number 2 to 14. So what is the context actually? You should understand context. The context is the lifestyle of a sadhaka with bare necessities. How can he lead? That was said by Sukadeva Goswami in starting of that chapter. Then after that, so he is describing the Lord's beauty. That means which Lord? Who is in the Paramatma, who is the Paramatma in our heart. So he is discussing about the Lord's form, and also saying that one should meditate on that form, Paramatma, who is in the heart. If one is not able to do that, if one is not able to meditate on the Paramatma, who was described in that sloka number from where 8 to 12, I think 8 to 12, second canto, second chapter, 8 to 12, Paramatma was described on that. So one should meditate on the various limbs of that Paramatma. And if he is not able to do that, so that means he is having some contamination in the heart. Then he has to go for the Virat Rupa, meditating on the Virat. And after meditating the Virat, so till what time he should meditate on the Virat? Till the time he get the bhakti in. That's why 14th sloka is coming and say. So till what time he should meditate on Virat? Yavan na jayate para avaresmin vishveshware drashtari bhakti yoga tavat staviyaha purushasya rupam kriyavasane prayata smareta. So one should meditate on Virat Rupa till the time he doesn't get bhakti. So here Jiva Goswami is taking the point of bhakti here. So bhakti, If he doesn't get, then he should meditate on Virat. Ultimately, here also we are showing bhakti is later to worshipping of other. The bhakti is a desired output of meditating on Virat. If you meditate on Virat, what should be produced? Bhakti yoga should be produced. Bhakti should be produced. That's a point we should note it. So you see that in that pare means Brahmadayaha avare yasmat. Just the sloka glossing is given here. Various words are there. Everyone is able to open 27th Anusheda. 27th Anusheda, we are seeing each word by word. Paravare. What is the meaning of paravare? Pare means Brahmadayaha, Brahma and so on. Avare means inferior. So to whom Brahma and so on are inferior. So who is that? That is Paramatma, who is in the heart of everyone. And next, so Paravare. Next, Kutaha. Why he is Brahma and others are inferior to him? What is the reason? Brahma and others demigods are also inferior to him. What is the reason for this? The reason is Vishweshware Drashtari Natu Drishye Chaitanya Ghanatvat, because he is Vishweshwara and Drashta is a seer and is a Vishweshwara and Natu Drishye Chaitanya Ghanatvat. So why one should meditate on the Supreme Lord? So not on the Virat. Why one has to leave the meditating on the Virat and should come to the meditating on the Lord or devotion to the Lord? Because Lord is Chaitanya Ghanam. That means he is full of bliss. It's a condensed form of the bliss. But the Virat is material. Virat is material actually. So and one more next Bhakti Yoga केचित् स्वदेहान्तरहृदयावकाशे प्रादेशमात्रं पुरुषं वसन्तं चतुर्भुज इत्यादिना उक्त साधनलक्षणाभिनिवेशः क्रियावसाने आवश्यककर्मानुष्ठानानन्तरम् अनेन कर्मापि भक्तियोगपर्यन्तम् इत्युक्तम्. So finally, what here Bhakti Yoga means the sadhana of absorption according to Kechit Swadehantar Hrudayakasha Pradesha Matram Purusham. It is said in the 2.228. That point is said, and after that, Paramatma form was discussed. Paramatma form was described. So that's why here what according to that, here Bhakti Yoga means what you should take. So based upon that 2 to 8, so whatever Purusha is there, so one should enter into the meditating of that. So that's why here Bhakti Yoga means the sadhana of absorption according to Kechis Swadehantare Hrudayavakashe. Some meditate on the four-armed form of the Lord measured Pradesha in the heart, within the body. So if that doesn't take place, one should meditate on the universal form after performing necessary karmas. So this is the thing actually. Just yesterday also I made one small picture here. So the same thing I am saying here. So Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, second chapter. This was the topic of discussion. Here, so 2 to 7. So 2 to 7. Sloka number 2 to 7. We were seeing so lifestyle, how a sadhaka live with bare necessities. That is described here. Then in the sloka number 8, one should meditate on. That means swadehantare. This is sloka you are in the anuched now. Whatever is there, kechit swadehantar hridayavakashe pradesha matram purusham vasantam chaturbhujam. This is a sloka actually. So that sloka is saying that what one should chaturbhujam. Complete sloka is, what is that complete sloka? 27. So kechi swadehantar hridayavakashe pradesha matram purusham vasantam chaturbhujam kunj kam kamjarathanga shanka gadadharam dharanaya smaranti. Means one should, smaranti means one should remember, what? So Purusha who is in the Pradesha Matram. This is the size of Pradesha Matram, means this is the distance. So this is the distance of the Pradesha. So this much. So Purusha is staying in this much height of the heart space. This much height of the heart space. So Lord is staying. So that Lord has to be, one should remember Lord, this Lord. And that Lord is described from 9 to 12. 9 to 12 you will be seeing description of that Lord. Described, if you see. Description. Description of Paramatma, this Lord. Okay. Next, 13th is saying, if you are not able to do this, one should remember. So Lord who is staying in the size of that. So if he is not able to do that, if one is not able to do according to text 8, then meditate on Virat. Then 14 is saying, till what time one should meditate? So till he gets bhakti, till he gets bhakti, he should do as said in text 13. So here, what is the meaning of bhakti? That is said in the text 8. Okay, that is the point. As said in the text 8, so that means one should able to remember, meditate. Smaranti means remember. Dharanaya smaranti. Remember through dharana. Through dharana. Very. Next sloka. Ramcharan Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Just a quick question, Prabhu, like this. So this bhakti is just basically just remembrance we are talking about, or like, is it like, is there a level of bhakti where we say, like, when we say use bhakti means what we should really understand is just basic or advanced, or where? So just remembrance of the Lord in the text state.
Dharana. So one should remember through the dharana. Should remember Hari through the dharana. One should remember, or one should be able to. What 8 is saying, one should remember through dharana. Dharana is what? Is the 6th step in the Ashtanga Yoga. That is the bhakti. That only I am saying. You're understanding?
The yogi, the seeing the Paramatma in the heart, so they see their heart as well as others' hearts also, and
Yes.
they're seeing like that, just like Premanjana Shruti Bhakti Bilochana Santa Sada Hridesh Bilokyanti Yam Samson. That is also
Yes. They see everywhere.
in everyone's
In every living entity they see.
every living hearts.
Yes. Yeah, Param Karuna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So I'm looking at this commentary on Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in 228.
Okay,
And
Prabhu.
they describe the 4 types of yogi who do dharana. And first one is condemned by Bhagavatam because they meditate on prana and mind. Second one, meditate on universal form, and after purification, they meditate on Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
Yes.
Then the third type of yogi who meditate on the first they meditate on the universal form, and then they meditate on the Vyasti Virat from the Lord. So what is that Vyasti Virat form? Is it Garbhodakshaya Vishnu or Shirodakshaya Vishnu?
Shirodakshaya Vishnu.
Okay, and the fourth type is already pure, Kechit, and they meditate on the Vyasti Virat form from the beginning, and that is Shirodakshaya Vishnu, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Ashray Gaurang Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, one small question. This Pradesha Matra Purusham.
Yes, Prabhu.
And that Purusha is which Purusha, if you can just tell.
Shirodakshaya.
Vishnu.
Yeah.
And in Bhagavad Gita, 2 places Krishna mentions about Paramatma.
Yes.
One is Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Savnavishto.
Yes.
And Isvara Sarva Bhutesu Vidyasya Arjuna. This which Paramatma, if any.
So Hridi means he is Shirodakshaya Vishnu.
Isvara Sarva Bhutesu, that is Kirodakshaya Vishnu. Vidyasya Arjuna Tispati. And Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannavishto Matha Smritir Jnana Apohanam Cha.
That is also same, Prabhu. Yeah. 28th Anusheda Tatha cha Stiram Sukham cha Asanam Ityadina. That means 2 to 15. What is saying? That means we are going further. 15th. 2 to 15. So Ityadina and also 2 to 22. Yadi Prasyan Nrupa Parameshtyam Ityadina cha Kramena Sadyo Mukti Kramamukti उपायौ ज्ञान योगौ उक्त्वा ततः अपि श्रेष्ठत्वं भक्ति योग हेतु भगवदर्पित कर्मणः अपि उक्त्वा साक्षात् भक्ति योगस्य तु कैमुत्यम् एव आनीतं यथा. So now you see the flow of the Srimad Bhagavatam you should know. The flow of this chapter, if you know, then you can glorify the bhakti. So that means after describing these so many various other processes, so finally once again our Sukadeva Goswami is coming and recommending bhakti only. So that is our main glory you should understand. Of course, you can understand that everything is finally bhakti only. Everyone should do bhakti only. But the inner details also you should know how the acharyas are bringing that conclusion even after describing these kind of other processes. So finally he is concluding that kind of yogi also should become devotee, should do devotion. So it will just emphasize, or it can shows the glory of the bhakti that we should not miss actually. If we become lazy of thinking, then we say anyway finally bhakti is a conclusion. In simple thing you can say bhakti is a conclusion, but we should try to understand. So what is happening in that next, in that same chapter, 15th onwards? So till 14 we have seen. From 15, so next 15 to practice and process of living the advanced yogi. स्थिरं सुखं चासनम् आश्रितो यतिर्यथा जिहासुर इमंगम लोकम. So काले च देशे च मनो न सज्जेत प्राणान् नियच्छेत मनसा जितासुः मनः सम स्वबुद्ध्या अमलया नियम्य क्षेत्रज्ञ येताम निनयेत and nayatra rajastamascha navikaro maha. So like this yogi is able to come to the, so yeah, 14th is recommending that. So if he is not able to control meditate on that, do the virat meditation on virat and come to the finally meditating on, so as said in the text 8, is text 8 whatever said like that. Then 15 is saying, then 15 to 21, so is said 15 to 21 in this set of slokas. It is said how to leave the body. Especially in this, in 15, see here you can make two sets, 15 to 18 and 19 to 21. 15 to 18, what is said? Otherwise you can write like this: 15 to 18, first of all it is recommended that one should, through this meditation, so he is doing meditation as said in the 8. 14 also is saying that means ultimately one should come according to the test 8. So one should meditate on that. Then what will happen? So he controls his mind and he completely come out from the modes. His mind is free from the modes. Mind is free from the modes, and that is said, you see. So na rajas tamascha na vai vikaro mahan pradhanam nayatra sattu nayatra kalo nimisham para prabhu kuto na devo jagatam yeshire param pradam vaishnavamana tad yanneti. So like this, one should, mind is mind is free from the modes and fully fixed in the, fixed on Paramatma. Mind is fixed on Paramatma. Paramatma, okay? fully fixed on Paramatma. Now 19 to 21 is saying, now you are ready, you are perfect, your mind is completely purified, you are becoming perfect in the meditating on Paramatma. You became perfect in that. Then what he should do? Then he has to leave the body now. So to leave the body, Shat Chakra Yoga. Shat Chakra Yoga is mentioned. Shat Chakra Yoga is mentioned. What is this Shat Chakra Yoga? So to quit this material body, physical body, so you have to bring the life air from the Mooladhara to Brahmarandram. So through that life air you should bring out, pull that upward direction. Pull that upward direction, and finally so you should leave the prana. That means leave the prana from this body. Soul will come out from this body. So come out from this body. Then at that time, if you don't have any desires, so what kind of desire then? Already I said it is fully free from the modes of mind, is free from the modes. So now you are in the Sat Chakra. So while leaving this prana, while leaving this body, so soul alone should live. That means you should not have any desires. If you don't have any desires to see the pleasure of the higher planets, then what? Soul alone will leave the body, and soul will go to directly merge into the body of the Lord. That is a Sahaja Mukti. It will cross this Brahmanda and go, and Narayana is there outside to this Brahmanda, and he will go and merge into that. That is the direct liberation. That is known as Sadhyo Mukti. Okay. Sadhyo Mukti, that is. Sadhyo Mukti. Then, but if you, while living, you became perfect in the yoga, and also now you are bringing on your body. So you are bringing the soul up, but you maintain some desires. You want to see the pleasure, bhoga, in the higher planetary systems. Then what you will be having? Along with the soul, there is a subtle body. Subtle body. That means along the soul, subtle body also comes out. Subtle body. And then what will happen? You have to go to the different planets, higher planets, like the first Shishumara Loka you'll go, and first Vaishwanara Loka. There you will be get purified. That subtle body is get purified. It will become fit to go to the higher planets. And then after the Shishumara Loka, it will go. From there, it will enter into the Mahar Loka. And then after that, slowly, it will enter into the Mahar Loka to the Brahma Loka. And Brahma Loka, there it will enjoy. And then after that, also sees the pleasure there. And then after Satyalokas, it crosses, and it will cross the different layers of the Brahmanda. There are the 7 layers of the Brahmanda. So while leaving those layers, so these subtle bodies, those elements. So that means, example, when body is leaving this subtle body, so body is leaving the earth layer. Then whatever gandha, that means in the subtle body, the sense is there. That's in subtle senses, that's a nose is also one of the subtle sense, and that is finished there. So like that, one by one. So subtle body is completely, while crossing these layers, Brahmanda layers, is finished, and the soul alone will leave this Brahmanda and go and merge. And this is known as Krama Mukti. Okay. Okay, these 2 muktis are there. So for both, they use Shat Chakra, but only difference is while leaving the soul from that body, the only thing is, if one is having the desires and another is not having the desires of seeing the highest upper planetary pleasure in the upper planetary systems. That is only the difference. So now, what is the main point? Why we are discussing this? So here, Jiva Goswami is saying, after Sukadeva Goswami is discussing these two things, Krama Mukti and Sadhya Mukti. So then he's finally saying that what is the best thing? Of course, Parikshit, these are all there. Don't worry about those. Leave those. So best thing is you do. Best thing is what? He's saying what is the best thing? Doing the karma. So in the sloka number, what is the sloka number? Nakhyata. Oh, he's making sound. Tell him not to make sound. So sloka number 33. So here he is saying, what he is saying? Nahi atah anyah nahi ato shivah pantha. Nahi atah anyah shivah pantha. There is no other. So best auspicious path. What is that path? That is doing karma. Doing karma for the pleasure of Lord. So doing karma for the pleasure of Lord. So this is the best than the all this, whatever you said. That means doing karma for the pleasure of Lord is the best. He is saying that means if that is best, that is good, then what to speak of the direct bhakti? Then that is definitely best only. If this is good, then all others, then direct bhakti, tasma shravanam kirtanam, this is obviously is best than anything. Understand? Questions? Concept is clear. What? Huh? Mahaseva Prabhu.
Prabhuji, in Krama Mukti also, like he gradually process, so he can come down also, like he can
He will
feel.
not come down.
Sorry, bro.
He will not come down.
Yeah.
It's a mukti. It krama bandhanam not. If krama bandhanam, then he will get the come down actually. Krama mukti. Mukti means out.
Because Prabhupada has also said that from Brahma Jyoti also somebody can fall down.
Huh? Okay, we'll discuss that later. This is not that actually. This is the yogi's case, krama mukti. So they will not come back actually. Asha Gorang Prabhu.
In this sloka, nahiyato anya seva pantha vishata sansritaveva
Yes.
vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yogo yato bhavet.
Yato bhavet.
So this process is the best by which one gets bhakti yoga.
What is that process by which bhakti we can get? That is
which process?
Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshade. That means doing this dharma for the pleasure of Hari. There what we said, that means that savai pumsam paro dharma. Dharma means what we understood there? The occupational duties doing for satisfaction of Hari, not simply occupational duties. Yes or no? So the same thing, it is a parallel sloka. Nahyatonya siva panta is the same sloka. What is the same meaning? 1 2 6 1 2 6 and these are same. Okay.
Here it is said that by which one can get bhakti yoga. So nayato anna siva pantha. This pantha is the best from which get bhakti. So this pantha means the previous spoken, that was yoga process was just spoken just before. So that means that this by yoga process one get pure devotion service like this. Because before this is the yoga process totally explained. This is the best process by which one can get bhakti.
Not other.
Not other. So
nothing is nahi anyah. Anyah means other. Other means all these. These are all not. Na sivaha panta, not the auspicious path. Then this, what is this? Doing the dharma for the pleasure of Hari, or otherwise the one which brings the bhakti. So then this nahi anyaha sivaha panta. That means these.
Not that just now explained, that is not mentioning here.
Huh?
Just now the process was explained by Sukhdev Goswami. That yoga process by one get Bhagavati Gati. It's mentioned just previously. One gets yoga. Yoga process was just explained. I thought it's referring to yoga process. It appears like that.
What appears, Prabhu?
Just now the yoga process was described elaborately.
Ah.
Then it said nai as nai he ato. Ato means just now which was explained, no?
Ato and yato are connected.
Yeah.
Ataha bhakti yoga bhavati ataha na anyah shivah panta.
Nai ato.
You should, the correlative words. Yataha ataha. Then this nothing is auspicious path. Then what is that? Yataha bhakti bhavet. Otherwise, yataha will become useless actually. It will be without connection. It will be empty. You're getting? Yataha bhakti bhavet. Adok Bhagavati Vasudeve. Ataha, that means from that, na anyah shivah panta. Others are not best process. Clear? Yeah, Sri Chand Prabhu.
Is that previous is it rejected? What he was saying is rejected or it is appreciating?
Prabhu, clearly Prabhu, simple Prabhu. Yataha bhakti bhavet. That means by which bhakti comes. By which what? That's by offering the dharma to the pleasure of Hari. So that one. Yataha bhakti bhavet. Ataha. That means from that, na anyah sivah panta. Others are not good. Others means all these are not good. Then what? Then the by which we get bhakti. Okay, next Srichand Prabhu.
Prabhu, so here previously we saw how to leave the body, mind is fixed on Paramatma, and after that they do Sat Chakra Yoga to leave the body and all that. So here mind fixed on Paramatma, that is what is indicated as Bhakti previous, and they told that they should meditate on Virat Roop until Bhakti is not arising. That Bhakti means they are able to fix mind on Paramatma.
Yes, that's said in the 8th.
So that is, but now this doing karma for pleasure of Lord is better than fixing mind on Paramatma, like that it is told.
Come again. So
now their bhakti is indicated as fixing mind on Paramatma too.
Yeah.
So here now in the end it is told doing karma for the pleasure of Lord is best. So so now it is best than what? It is best than fixing mind on Paramatma and doing Sat Chakra Yoga and doing all that.
Yes.
But that is also bhakti only, fixing mind on Paramatma. That is also indicated as bhakti.
Yes. Yeah. Compared to that, so this is best.
Okay, doing the karmas for the pleasure of Lord.
Yeah.
Compared to meditating on Paramatma.
Doing the karma for the satisfaction of Hari is the best. So then what to speak of doing the Shravanam Kirtanam? That is obviously best. That is said in the next.
So that better than meditating on Paramatma is doing karma for pleasure of Lord.
Yes, definitely. Obviously, that is the point.
Okay.
Because that is a hard endeavor. Yama, Niyama, so asan, pranayam, pratyahar, it's not possible actually. So it's not an easy thing actually. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami is recommending that. So leave those. So, and also there, what they are having the, so Bhakti Misra Yoga, that is yoga only, but there is Bhakti is there. We are saying, so one should meditate on the Virat Rupa till Bhakti comes. That is what kind of Bhakti that is? So that is said in the 8th, that is a Yoga Misra. So Bhakti Misra Yoga. Little Bhakti is mixed, and but yoga only, that is mainly. Okay. Ultimately, what is prominent in the 8th sloka, whatever is said, that means one should remember Paramatma all the time through the dharana. This is what kind of bhakti it is? It is the bhakti Bhakti Misra Yoga. Bhakti is the Gauna, Yoga is the prominent. So that's why that is rejected. Bhakti Misra Yoga is rejected, and direct doing this karma for the satisfaction of Hari is the best. And if it is best than that, then what to speak of doing this Shravanam Kirtanam? That is even far superiorly best.
So this is karma mishra bhakti, doing karma for pleasure of Lord.
Definitely, of course.
Yes, Prabhu.
So that means this, if you do your prescribed duties for the pleasure of the Hari, that will lead to the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. And then finally, so then you will be doing Tasma Dekena Manasa. So Bhagavan Satutam Prati Sotavyah Kirtitavyah Dhyaya Pujyascha Nityada. That is the finally you should come to that stage. And that is the highest.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Bhakti Misra Yoga is rejected here. So that's why. Is clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Now come to the Tikacha Santi Samsaratah Pumsaha Bhavaha Moksha Margaha Tapo Yogadayah Samichanah. So now Tika on this sloka Nahyato Anya Shiva Panta. On this sloka Sridhar Swami is writing commentary on this. Santi samsarataha pumsaha bahavaha moksha margaha. There are so many ways, techniques are there for the liberation. Like the Gnana Misra Bhakti. Sorry, Bhakti Misra Gnana, not Gnana Misra Bhakti. Gnana Misra Bhakti is good, but compared to the Bhakti Misra Gnana, which is good? Gnana Misra Bhakti, Bhakti Misra Gnana. Out of these two, which is good? Gnana Misra Bhakti is best than the Bhakti Misra Gnana. So there are so many techniques are there. That means Gnana Yoga. Gnana Yoga, there are also techniques for the liberation. Means you should take Gnana means what you should take there? Should take there. Gnana means Bhakti Misra Gnana only. Kevala Gnana will not at all give any kind of output. Kyun? Why? So Naishkarmyam Apyachud Bhavarjitam is saying clearly, without the some bhakti element, Gnana will not give result. So that's why Gnana Yoga means, here also what is the process is explained here? Yoga process is explained. This is simply yoga, but simple yoga will not give any result. So that's why Bhakti Misra Yoga. This is whatever he said is Bhakti Misra Yoga. And compared to Bhakti Misra Yoga or otherwise Bhakti Misra Gnana, what is the best thing? So the best, these are the different techniques are there. So Sridhar Swami is saying, Bahavaha Moksha Margaha means Tapo Yogadayah Samichinah to Ayam Yogadayah Samichinah to Ayam Eva. That means Sukadeva Goswami finally saying, so Yoga Misra, Bhakti Misra Yoga and different things. And finally he's saying, what is the Samichinah? What is the good one? Yataha अनुष्ठितात् भक्ति योगः भवेत् अतः अन्यः शिवः सुखरूपः निर्विघ्नश्च नास्ति एव. That means by which bhakti comes. Bhakti means what? You should take sakshat bhakti. That means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So that kind of bhakti. So okay. Bhakti means otherwise here we took same like Savai Pumsam. Bhakti means what you took. So that is the entrance door for the Shravanam Kirtanam. What is that? Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. So that's why what is the best thing compared to this yoga and other techniques? That means Bhakti Misra Yoga or the Bhakti Misra Gnana. Compared to all these techniques, what is the best? The best thing is so doing karma which will bring for the satisfaction of Hari, which will bring the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. Bhakti means what you should take here? Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. Then what will happen when you get the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi? Then you will do Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana. Srotavya Kirtitavyasya Dhyaya Pujyasya Nityada. This will happen. Okay. So compared to this, there is no best way. These are all not good because they are all just Bhakti Misra Yoga. This is just Bhakti Misra Yoga. Atah anyah Shiva Sukarupah Nirvignascha Nasti. That means these are all very, they are also give the liberation, but these things contain so many vignas. Yes, it is having so many hurdles. So, yat shabdena atra bhagavad santoshardam karma uchyate. Here, yatah bhaved bhakti yoga, meaning by which bhakti comes. What is that? Yatah means by which. By which bhakti comes. What is that? What is that? That is bhagavad santoshardam karma. Doing the karma for the pleasure of the Bhagavan. That is the best one. So, ataha na anyah shiva. Compared to that, nothing is good. Also, how can you say this is savai pumsam paro dharma? It is said there also. It is based upon the savai pumsam only we are saying here. Yataha means so karma, doing the karma for the pleasure of Bhagavan. Okay. पानी पी लीजिए सब लोग.
Hare Krishna. You discuss about this yogi, there's Sadhya Mukti and Krame Mukti.
Yes, Prabhu.
But what about how it takes place in devotee case? Sadhya Mukti or Krama Mukti we say are devotees perfection. So, but we say devotee's life is not completely pure. Then how say fast? And so can you please explain? And it is just like yogi namapi kule dhimatam, that is sixth chapter in Bhagavad Gita. Actually, that is so that yogi takes birth in either Saswati Sama, Sita Sasti Sama, or takes birth in aristocratic family and or
in our case we have stages like
here is clearly mentioned about yogi dharana, but devotee case in not mentioned.
Mentioned.
Where is it mentioned?
It's mentioned in the same second chapter only. So the stages is anartha nivrutti, nishta, ruchi, asakti, bhava, and prema. And these are the different stages. When you come to the Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, this Shravanam Kirtanam, so then that will purify your heart. Anarthas will be purified. Then Nishtha Bhakti will come. Vasudeva, what is that? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nashta Pray Shabadreshu. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavat Yuttama Sloki Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Their own stages also there. So Nishtha Bhakti one will come. Then after that one will get the Ruchi stage. And then after that Asakti. Then after that Bhava. Then after that Prema. And also here what kind of Bhava, how many different varieties. That's a Sthai Bhava. Bhava means here you should take. So Sthai Bhava. So that Sthai Bhava is mixed with the various rasas and producing the Prem ras. And those are varieties of the rasas, and then they will be having the varieties of the destinations. Destinations means varieties of the parshadas they will become according to their rasa. Those are all discussed in the Paramatma Priti Sandarbha. Okay. If you are not in the Bhava stage, then you'll be further given chance to do that bhakti and carry it forward. Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Ashray Gaurang Prabhu. What, Prabhu?
This Save Punsam Parodharma
Uh-huh.
is according to J. Goswami Parodharma by which bhakti comes. That is Varnashram Dharma, follow doing karma to please the Supreme Lord,
Yes.
by which bhakti will come.
Yes. Bhakti Vasudeva Kataruchi.
So that means that karma, this is called, it seems like karma mishra, bhakti mishra karma. Bhakti mixra karma. Here, Varnashram Dharma is prominent, but pleasing Krishna is gone. So that means bhakti mishra karma. But here we spoke this bhakti mishra yoga. We also spoke bhakti mishra jnana. So why the bhakti mishra karma is placed higher than bhakti mishra yoga and jnana?
No, here we are not saying the bhakti mishra karma is important or jnana or yoga. So the main point is So if you do karma for the satisfaction of the Hari, ultimately it should lead the Katharuchi. That is the main point actually. It should lead the Katharuchi. So that is the main goal. If that is going to give, then that is perfect. Otherwise, it is a Sremayava Kevalam. Whatever that means, Vasde. So Sukadev Goswami is explaining, but here he is not considering this is what kind of karma Mr. Bhakti or this Bhakti. But main point is karma if you do for the satisfaction of the Lord, so activities, and that should lead to the Vasudeva Katharuchi. Then it is good. Otherwise, that also we don't want. If karma Mishra, that means karma you are doing and that is not going to produce the Vasudeva Katharuchi, then Sramayevahi Kevalam. We also don't want that. So we are not giving any importance to the any Mishra Bhakti. We are desiring for the Katharuchi. That is the main goal. That which will entrance door for this Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. That's the main point actually. And yeah.
Little confusion has remained because Save Punsam Paro Dharma. That Paro Dharma is it earlier it understood to be some karma to satisfy the Lord. That is Parodharma. But now I am understanding Parodharma is any dharma which brings the Vasudeva Bhakti, that is Parodharma. It may be karma, it may be jnana, maybe yoga.
No, Gnana and yoga is not said actually. So Gnana and yoga, so we are not going to mix here. Here karma means karma only. So because nowhere is reference is there. So for the satisfaction of doing the Gnana.
Because it is mentioned. For example, we said that Sramaya is karma done without bhakti, Sramaya hi kevalam. Similarly, Naiskam achyuta bhava varjitam. If jnana is done without achyuta bhava, it is useless. But it's achyuta bhava, then again yoga, yavanna jayat drishtari bhakti yoga. That means through yoga again, drishtari bhakti yoga will be developed. So all the three places we found that after that, bhakti should be there. Without it is useless.
Prabhu here see actually. What is said actually try to understand. So Naishkarmi Apachita Bhava is saying what? So if Gnana is not mixed with the Achyuta Bhava, so that Gnana should not give the, will not give the Brahman realization. So I Naishkarmi Apachita Bhava. That means any Gnana, Brahma Gnanam without the mix of the Bhakti, it will not going to give any result. That means giving the Brahman realization. That is said. It's not that there. So Gnana done for the satisfaction of the Hari and it is giving the Vasudeva Katharuchi. It is not said like that.
It is not said here also. It is said that Sramaya Vikal, if Dharma done, it doesn't give Bhakti, is Sramaya, but Bhakti, it gives Bhakti, that is not mentioned.
Prabhu, uski pehle kah diya na. Before that it is said na already. That is connected actually. Dharma is said. So that means what is that? Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma Yato Bhakti Radoksha. It's said already there. Then that is not going to happen. That means Sonishthasya Dharmasya. Sorry. What is that?
This sloka is there. Yeah, the Dharma Sunishta Pumsam Vishwakshenu Kathasya.
Dharma is there. There is connection is there. Its context is flowing. That dharma means which is done for the satisfaction of the Hari. Or if you are not mixing that, then that is a Sramayohi Kevalam. Here only, here clearly Sota Goswami is saying doing karma for the satisfaction of Hari and will lead to the Katharuchi. Like that, where Gnana doing for the satisfaction of the Hari and producing the Katharuchi, where is that sloka actually? Or yoga doing for the satisfaction of the Hari, so producing the Katharuchi. That standard slokas are not.
Yeah, Yavanna Jayat Drishtari Bhakti Yoga.
That is different, Prabhu. Yavanna Jayati means what is saying till that time. So Bhakti means what we are saying, that's said in the sloka number 8. It's not that the Vasudeva Katharuchi, as said in the sloka number 8. Try to understand. That's what is said in the sloka number 8. It's remembering the Krishna. That means remembering the Paramatma actually. That is, it's a through the dharana process. The step, the yoga step.
Okay.
Okay, come to the next. Sacha Bhakti Yoga Sarva Veda Siddha Ityaha. So 29th Anushada. Sacha bhakti yoga sarva veda siddha ityaha. So that means in that 27th anuched, what is the conclusion? 28th anuched. So there are that means in the second canto, first and second chapter, various yoga techniques. That means Bhakti Misra yoga is said. Compared to that, doing karma for the pleasure of the Hari, which will lead to the Katha Ruchi, is the best. Then what to speak of? Directly doing the Shravanam Kirtan is almost, is definitely 100% superior to everything. Okay, that is done. So now we are giving further proof. So what is that? Bhakti is the conclusion of all the Vedas. That is also verified by the Brahmaji. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hey Parikshit, do you have doubt on me? So you may be thinking that yoga and these are all great. And I said karma, which is done for the satisfaction of Hari, that is the great, I said. And that it should lead to the Harikatha. And I said like that, the Ruchi for the Harikatha, that should lead, that should give. And is there any proof, you may ask? Then I am saying that proof is, what is that? Bhagavan Brahma Karsnena Triranviksha Manishaya Tadadyavasyat Kutasto Ratiratman Yato Bhavet. What is our translation, Akshay Hari Prabhu?
Brahm, without deviation, reviewed three times of Vedas completely with his intelligence. Brahma, without deviation, reviewed three times of Vedas completely with his intelligence. Manan, and the translation 28, 29.
29. Tapu may definitely mislead them.
Should I read, Prabhuji?
Good.
And determine the
Your confidence is
process
good.
which produces prem in the Lord Hari. 2.2.34.
With full, what is that? It's strongly
Confidence.
with confidence, full confidence, deviating to the wrong. No problem. We appreciate your enthusiasm. Yeah. Brahma, without deviation, revived three times the Vedas completely with his intelligence. Bhagavan means you should take Brahma here. Brahma means you should take Vedas. Bhagavan means Brahmaji. Brahma means Vedas. Karsnena means completely. Trihi anviksha manishaya. Manisha means by his own intelligence. He means three times. Anviksha. That means properly he examined. Then what happened? What is the conclusion? Tadadyavasyat. That is concluded. What is that is determined? What is that? Kutasto ratir atmano yatah bhavet. Yatah ratihi bhavet. Atmani. That means by which process? By the process, that process is the conclusion. What is that process? The process which produces prema in the Lord Hari. Rati. Rati means here. What he gave? Prema or not? Translation. Attraction. No, let me finish this, then ask question. So here see, now the mula, Bhagavan means Brahma, Kutastaha means Nirvikara Ekagra Chittaha. There is no changes in the mind. Mind is completely resolute and no deviations. So such a way he is having his mind. Sun being like that, sun means being like that. Trihi, trin varan, three times. Kartsnena means sakalyena means completely. Brahma means Vedam. Anviksha means vicharya. It means he properly examined complete Veda. Yatah atmani haro ratihi bhavet tadeva bhakti yogakyam vastu manishaya adyavasyat nishchitvan. It means by which in Hari Rati will come. That is the conclusion of all the Vedas. Now 3 times he examined. So this is the example for the Mananam. Huh? We also took this as example for the Mananam. In the stage of Mananam, what is the output of the Mananam? By doing the Mananam, Viparita Bhavanas are destroyed. So that means other than bhakti, one may think that maybe karma is the conclusion or the jnana is the conclusion. One may think like that. So thinking one time karma as a conclusion, and he verified total Vedas, and that is failed. No, karma is not the conclusion. Then after that, jnana. Then after that, that is also failed, and finally bhakti. So like this, that's why 3 times he verified. Atra api upasamhara anurodhena atma sabdasya harivachakata. So here in this sloka, Atman means how you are taking the Hari. Because if you see in this chapter, next coming slokas, context, by the context we are saying here Atman means Hari. That is it's not that the simply, so we are taking Atman means Hari. That is, you can see in the coming next slokas, if you see, you can understand that. Okay, next. Niruktim cha tantre atatvacha matrutvad atma hi paramah harihi. So that nirukti means there are the 6 Vedangas are there. One is the Shiksha, Nirukti, Vyakarana, Jyotisha, Chanda and Kalpa. So nirukti is the one of the Vedanga which gives the derivations for the words. So if you see the derivation for the word Atma, that derivation is also indicating what? Hari. That derivation is also indicating Hari. That is said here. Atma means Atatatvacha Matrutvad Atma. Who is that? Harihi. Okay, next. Athava. You can give the second type of meaning for this sloka. Completely we are giving the different meaning for the same sloka. Okay, what is that? Athava. Bhagavan means you should take Bhagavan only here. Lord Vishnu, Supreme Lord, otherwise Krishna. You can take Bhagavan means Bhagavan only. Bhagavan Swaprakasha सार्वज्ञादिगुणः परमेश्वरः अपि सर्ववेदाभिधेयसाराकर्षणलीलार्थं त्रिरन्वीक्ष्य तत्र शास्त्रविदन्तराणाम् ईक्षणम् अनुकृत्य अन्ततः वैकुण्ठवैभवादि मयानाम् अनंत विरिंचि पाठ्य भेदानां वेदानां तथा ईक्षणं च तेनैव संभवति इत्याह कूटस्थः एकरूपत एव कालव्यापी. So see, now Supreme Lord also you can take Bhagavan means as Bhagavan. Then if you take Bhagavan as Bhagavan, then what happened? The Parameshwara, the Supreme Controller himself, endowed with the qualities like omniscience and self revelation. He is with the Parameshwaraha. And also Swaprakasha Sarvajnadi Gunaha. What is the speciality of the Lord? Lord is Swaprakasha, is self-effulgent, no need of others to so illuminate himself. So that means he is not dependent on any others to know anything. He can know anything by himself. Swaprakasha Sarvajna, and also he is knower of everything. This kind of qualities Lord is having. That means he is omniscience and also self-revelation. So that kind of Bhagavan, Parameshwaraha, so what he did? He revived the Vedas, reviewed the Vedas 3 times as a pastime. It is just a pastime. It's not that he doesn't know what is the conclusion of Vedas. Just for other, like the Vyasdev. So he wrote the Mahabharata, and after that he was saying, I was not happy. So my dear Lord, so you tell me what should I do? Then Brahmaji, Narada came and he was saying, oh, you missed the This bhakti prominently you didn't emphasize. This is actually Leela only. It's not that the Vyasdev doesn't know the meaning and bhakti of the glories. Just Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also is writing there. Okay, same here also. It's not that the Bhagavan doesn't know anything. He knows what is the conclusion. And but just as a Leela to just establish that fact. So he did this 3 times. Review. He did the review of all the Vedas. Then what happened? 3 times as a pastime to extract the essential process. What is the best process described in this Vedas? So for that, so he did the review, then imitating the investigation of other knowers of scriptures, like how others they review the investigate the Shastras, same way Lord also investigated. Then only the Lord can review the Vedas. Actually, Lord only can review the Vedas because Vedas are also unlimited and also composed of the qualities of unlimited Vaikunthas and versions of unlimited Brahmas. As many Brahmas are there, that many versions of Vedas are also there. Because Vedas are coming from the mouth of the four mouths. Brahmaji having four mouths and four mouths, four Vedas are coming. So that's why Vedas, you can say there are the various versions in every Brahmanda. So then maybe in this Brahmanda Bhakti is the Abhideya, maybe in another Brahmandas Vedas Karma is the Abhideya. One may say like that. So and also various Vaikunthas also there. Maybe this Vaikuntha Narayana is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but in another Vaikuntha Narayana is not Supreme Personality of Godhead. One may say like that. So that means who can do then that means who can verify all these and conclude? That is only possible by the Supreme Lord. So that's the Supreme Lord only did that. He revived. So all the versions of the Vedas in all the Brahmandas and also so verified in the respect of the Narayana of the all the Vaikunthas. So then finally conclude that. So by which so one will get Rati in the Hari. That is the conclusion of Vedas. So here Lord is Kutastaha. That means Lord can review the Vedas composed of the qualities of unlimited Vaikunthas. It means Vedas describe the Vaikuntha and Vaikunthas also innumerable Vaikunthas. So this Veda is describing the Vaikuntha and what other Veda is describing which Vaikuntha. And that is superior or this is superior. One may get that kind of doubt. Are the same both? Or something that is material? What? So different doubts you may get. So that's why we just need to see with the respect of with all the Vaikunthas and also with all the versions. So all the Vedas finally saying that only one thing. In this meaning, Kutastaha means the Lord is fixed in one form all over all time. That means Lord is Kutastaha. Kutastha means he never changes. His body is growing or shrinking. That means 6 changes will not be there. As based upon time, there is a 6 changes. That kind of changes are not there with the Lord. So that's why he is Kutastaha. You are also Kutastaha. Atma. So Atayeva Uktam. Okay. So like this. That means Sukadeva Goswami, after saying his opinion, that is, there is no best process than the one which brings the bhakti in the Hari. So after saying this, to substantiate that, he is also saying, Lord also referred the Vedas and he is also the same conclusion he is giving. Otherwise, Brahmaji is also referring all the complete Vedas and he is also giving the same opinion. And like that he said. Atayeva Uktam Swayameva. Next. किम विदत्ते किम आचष्टे किम अनुद्या विकल्पयेत् इत्यस्या हृदयं लोको नान्यो मद्वेद कश्चन. That means what to do the Vedas what do the Vedas instruct as action, what do the Vedas reveal, what alternatives do the Vedas arise. No one in this world except me knows the intended meaning of the Vedas. So in the Uddhava Gita, so Krishna himself is saying, I know what is the prescription of the Vedas. I know what are the different vikalpas, choices of the Vedas. Choices means alternatives. So do the Vedas rise? And what do Vedas reveal? That I only know. No one can know. That also Krishna said. See, Sukena cha Nigamakrud Upajahre Brungavad Vedasaram iti. That means the author of the Vedas collected the essence of the Vedas like honey bee. So Sukadeva Goswami is also saying in the 11:29, 49 sloka, Nigamakrud Upajahre Brungavad Vedasaram. The author of the Vedas collected the essence of the Vedas like a honeybee. That's a lot. Clear? Not clear. Then after that, one small final thing. This should be we finish. Then what that 30th anuched? Atakim tad yatah tatra ratim syat. Next, what is that from which rati to the Lord is produced? In the previous sloka, what we said, that is the conclusion of the Vedas by which one will get rati in the hari. So then what is that process? So that is said in the tathaiva yat srotavyam ityadi prasnasya uttaratvenaiva upasamharati. That means that is what? Tasmat sarvatma narajan hari sarvatra sarvada srotavyah kirtitavyascha smartavyah bhagavan runam. So what is that which will bring the, that means the conclusion of the Vedas is what? The one which brings the rati in the hari. Here rati means prema, not the katharuchya. Rati. What is that? That is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevan, and so on. So. Yeah. What is that? That is said. That is that. Tasmad Sarvatmana Rajan Harihi Sarvatra Sarvada Srotavya Kirtitavya Smartavya Bhagavan Runam. See, this is the what? Sloka number 36. That means 33, what he said, doing the karma for the pleasure of the Hari is said, he is his best. Then after that 30, what is that Brahma Bhagavan Karsana? 34. In the 34 he said, what is the conclusion of the Vedas? The one which brings the prema in the Hari. That process, the process which brings prema in Hari is the conclusion of Vedas, he said. Then what is that he said? That is said in the 36. In the 36 sloka is saying, that means Shravanam Tasmad Bharata Tasa Sarmatma Rajan Hari Sarvatra Sarva Srotavyaha. That means Shravanam Kirtanam Srotavyaha Srotavyaha Kirtitavyascha Smartavyaha. That's and Bhagavan Runa. So and so. So that means what? How the chapter is started. Due to some sadhaka's lifestyle. Then after that, meditating on the Hari, that is to the dharana. This is the Bhakti Misra Yoga. He said Bhakti Misra Yoga in the 8th sloka, and he described the form of the Lord Paramatma. So then after that, if he is not able to do this Bhakti Misra Yoga, then do the meditation on Virat. Then after that, you should become fit for doing this, as said in the 8th. So that is said in the 14th. You should become fit. Then you should do this. Then after doing this, so you should fix your, that means you should free the mind from all the modes. And finally, so fix the Paramatma and try it. Now you should start leaving the body through the Shat Chakra Yoga. And then using the Shat Chakra Yoga, there are 2 types of the process, Sadhya Mukti and Krama Mukti. So that is explained. After explaining this, ruled out. All this process is ruled out. And don't do that. Do the karma for the pleasure of the Lord. And after that he said, so Brahmaji, his opinion, Brahmaji also verified the Vedas, and that is said that there it is said that the process which brings the prema in the Hari, that is the best. And what is that? That is said in the 36, that is Srotavyaha Kirtitavya Smartavyascha. Okay, from the chakara, in this sloka chakara is there, you should take pada sevanam also. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, pada sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. All you can take. Chakara is there. In the sloka, chakara is there or not? 36. Where is? Cha, very good. Sarveshwar is full energy. Then after this, just 2 minutes, we are going to finish this this chapter actually. Only just 2 minutes. So anantaram cha shravanadi phalam yad darshitam tattu udaharitam. So that means what he said. So in this 36 process, shravanam should be done. Shravanam, kirtanam, smaranam. After that, in that 3 also, in that 9, what is the best thing? The most important thing, that is shravanam only. So what is pradhana? Pradhana is a shravanam, because in the next sloka it is said, in the 37, in the 37 sloka it is said. So here 37 sloka. What is said? Pibanti ye bhagavatatmanah satam katamrut. Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanah satam katamrutam shravana puteshu samrutam punanti te vishaya vidushitashayam vrajanti tacharana saroruhantikam. Pibanti ye, whoever is drinking, not hearing. Drinking through the ear means, so drinking word is used when he is becoming the rasika in hearing. With full joy and interest when he is hearing, then we say he is drinking, not the hearing. Pibanti word is used in that case when he got the full of attachment for the hearing. So pibanti ye bhagavatah atmanah satam katam. Whoever is drinking the pastimes of the Hari or his devotees, then what will happen? Punanti. What is that? What they punanti te vishay vidushitashayam. So they will be purifying their heart. So they are purifying their heart. And then after that, what will happen? Vrajanti tacharana saroruhantikam. They are going back to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Tacharana saroruham. Tacharana means Lord's lotus feet. Saroruham. It is Lord's lotus feet. Yes, they will get the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. They will get. Vrajanti means they get. So that means here, what is said in the previous sloka, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam is mentioned. But here in the 37, so whoever is drinking is said. That person is purifying the heart and he is going back, getting the service at the lotus feet of the Lord. Means what is important out of these 3? So Shravanam is important. So that means this is the ultimate conclusion of this chapter. Try to understand. That's why Shravanam, that's chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the conclusion. Our Sadguru Prabhu is saying, why this much? Okay. Okay. Atra punanti ityan purvokta stola dharana margasha pari. So here punanti, what is one more point here? In this 37 sloka you see punanti. The word punanti is saying that, so the way by meditating on the Virat Rupa, heart is purified. So those are all rejected here. There punanti word is not used. Punanti word is used here only. So this word is very specific. That means by the process of Shravanam, the heart purification happens. This is the highest. You should remember this. So that's why bhakti yoga syaiva swataha pavanatvad alam tat prayasena. And also it is so blissful, bhakti yoga. So that's why there is no endeavor in this. There is no any hard labor in this. It's but in the case of yoga, it's very hard. Yama, Niyama, Asana, all this. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. No questions? Yes. I have only 5 minutes questions.
True.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just two small questions. One is that offering karma to Lord, what exactly mean? Which is put topmost top of everything, just before pure bhakti. So what is exactly it means that satisfying Lord by karma? What exactly mean? What karma it is saying? And secondly, how it is better than jnana and yoga?
So karma, doing the activities, karma for the, here dharma means prescribed duties actually, for the satisfaction of the Lord. If one is not able to have the taste, that means he is not able, he didn't have taste for the Lord's holy name, then what is said for him? So if you are not able to do directly bhakti, sakshat bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, so then Krishna also says, you offer your karma to me in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, if you see. So better you should work for me and offer the results of your work to me. So that you will slowly, gradually develop the taste for me, my holy names. And then after that, one should finally come to the stage of hearing and chanting of the holy names. One should get the taste for that. So that is the intention, Prabhu. And Gnana and Yoga, so these processes are very hard actually. So doing Gnana, so how you can relate that? That means, how can we relate to that to the satisfaction of the Hari? So doing the karma means you are producing the rice and you are producing the rice. Example, you are a farmer. Example, someone is a farmer and is producing the rice and is offering that for the satisfaction of the Hari. So that will develop the loving relations with the Lord, and he will get the taste for the Lord's holy name. And like this, there is a process. This process will lead to the higher thing, that is taste. That's why. Yeah. Maseva Prabhu.
Prabhuji, so you are saying that chanting means Shravan and Kirtan both. Actually, generally we think chanting means Kirtan.
But actually here what Shravanam is important. Chanting means hearing, attentive hearing. In the chanting process anyway, everyone will chant holy name. But main important thing is chanting also. Where is a very important thing? Attentive chanting means attentive hearing.
Yeah. And Prabhuji, reading also comes in Shravanam.
Acha. reading.
Because we are hearing only from the author, basically.
Read means what? Understanding the text, you say? That is the reading?
Yeah, definitely. Means not just reading, understanding, reading with understanding. Because previous, the Acharyas, Prabhupada, like we cannot hear, earlier the system itself was not there, reading concept, because books may not be in that much quantity. So whether reading should come in hearing, Shravanam?
No, Shravanam definition you should know first. So Shravanam definition is just the vibration, sound vibration touching the karnaputam. That means eardrums. This is known as Shravanam. So the transcendental vibration, that means any word related to the Krishna is going and touching your eardrum. You don't understand, you may understand, you may not understand. That's not a matter. That vibration is going and touching, that itself is a Shravanam. No need of any understanding.
So where reading will be placed, Prabhuji? Which limbs?
Reading means loud reading or just in the mind. If sound vibration is not produced and that is not touched the eardrums, then it is not Shravanam. Then that is Smaranam only. Just your mind in that seeing the black letters, and that is helping you to remember the Krishna, then it is Smaranam.
So we should read loudly then, so that it happens Sravanam as well as Smaranam, both the things.
Good.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
With that, Sachdev Prabhu, we are expecting multiple choice questions from you.
Prabhuji,
We are very much, I am really excited how you will write.
yeah, even I am excited that how I should write and present to you. Both ways it is. Acha,
Yes.
Prabhuji, regarding this, what Mahasava Prabhuji told about this reading and whether it is a Shravanam or not. Usually, we always have been taught that when you read Srila Prabhupada's books, and Prabhupada ji also said that I speak I speak through the words in my books. So when we are reading Srila Prabhupada's books, actually we are hearing Srila Prabhupada through those sentences. So can we say under that category it is Shravanam?
Shravanam. So see.
Sorry. Yeah, you said that it should vibrate to the eardrum. That is also correct. But now here there are internal senses also. There is an internal eardrum also here. So can we say that this is a subtlety involved in respect of Shravanam?
Yeah, Prabhu. So in the in the same Bhakti Sandarbha only, Srila Jiva Goswami discussed Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana, all these Navada Bhakti. There he defines Shravanam means so sound vibration should go and touch. So that is that. And if you see Srila Prabhupada's books, hearing means we are trying to understand the philosophy actually, philosophy of and Siddhanta and also various aspects of the spirituality. So that understanding will make us always to remember the Krishna. If you see, that is the process of, it's a process of remembering the Krishna.
So that will come under Smaranam as you said.
Yeah, Smaranam, that's the next step.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So, but Prabhupada also says 99% of spiritual progress depends upon chanting holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the main process. Shravana Pradhan. Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So here, like we discuss the second chapter, and then conclusion is coming as like the Shravanam is the final thing.
Yes, yes.
So when we say Shravanam means like reading anywhere, like discussing Srimad Bhagavatam right from first chapter to the last chapter is considered Shravanam, or only certain section of the Bhagavatam or some certain things will consider as Shravanam? Because here we are discussing like Shravanam is the final. So we're discussing Sadhya Mukti, Karam Mukti, all those things. Those also considered as Shravanam?
Yes, a good point. So any katha, even it is in the Latin language, and it is about the Krishna, and if you hear that sound vibration, it will purify. Any katha related to that means any word is engaged in the service of the Lord, that is transcendental. So that all the words now in any language, any words you took, even in any other language, Greek language or any language, take those words and you are engaging those words to describe the Lord's qualities or Lord's form, or the establishing the Lord. So those are all Krishna Katha only. And if you hear, if you don't know the meanings of those, and if you hear, that will also purify.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, Mahaseva Prabhu. Again.
Prabhuji, I understood chanting, you said Sravanam and Kirtan both. But Prabhuji, Upanshu Japa is also there where loud voice is not produced. So there the understanding is about the internal hearing. So then that will not be against Sravanam?
If you don't make the at least audible sound, then that is not Shravanam. You should make audible sound. At least you can hear yourself. So, and other, at least your nearby person can hear. So that is a standard of the japa. At least you should produce the voice which can be audible to the just beside to you.
Actually, Prabhupada has said that either loud chanting or silent chanting, anything is okay, like that. Prabhupada.
Not loud chanting, you should not disturb the others.
No, that way.
Chanting, that means it should be audible to you and just beside to you.
He has compared that with the silent also, and he said anything is okay.
But silent is not said actually. Silent, it's remembrance. It will go to the smaranam. So when you do the silent japa without any sound, just you are trying to remember the name, then that is a smaranam actually. So that is very difficult actually. You cannot, unless the heart is not purified, one cannot go to the smaranam. Very difficult.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna.